Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Collecting Madness. There's always madness in love, and we love collecting. Guys, so today we're back with another video, and this time it's none other than the scary personnel known as Ghostface or Scream. I don't know why people call him that. He's been called Ghostface, but from the movie Scream. And nonetheless, I've been on the hunt for this guy. He is out of stock on Sideshow, pretty much out of stock everywhere else. Comic stores, you can't find him. But luckily, I found on Mercari. Guys, I recommend if you're looking for something, you can go on there. But beware of scammers. Same with Facebook Marketplace. Always use PayPal. But if you're on Mercari, they already have a buyer's protection. But enough about that. Let's dive into this awesome figure. Alright, so let's take a look at this box art. This is Ghostface box. It's a bit red and black. I guess you can go with the red right hand. That's kind of the soundtrack of the movie, but that's what Sideshow went with. You get another little image of him. Looks like the knife there, and then a beautiful kind of shot of Ghostface himself in the robes. Sideshow.com, because they're the ones who did this figure. This is not Hot Toys. And that's pretty much it. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. We're literally right around the corner from 600 subscribers, and I'm so excited for that. So if you're new, please hit the subscribe button, and while you're down there, hit that like button. Now, taking them out of this box, you do get this cigar wrap style right here that has another Ghostface label with some blood dripping down. That looks really cool. A silhouette of the red image there, and this just slides off. I kind of like that Sideshow, I guess, tried to add some taste to it, but it's just taped together and wraps around. And then you have Ghostface himself with another clamshell underneath, the stand, and the figure. We're going to get it all out and then take a look at all these accessories, and then you know how we do. We'll look at the figure, you know, do some poses and all that other jazz. Alright, and here we have the not so much accessories, but it is what completes Ghostface. It's really all you need. That's usually what he kills people with anyway, is just the knife. However, if you've seen the new one, not going to give spoilers, they may do another figure for it. But let's take a look at this base, and then you're also probably wondering why I picked this figure up so late. Well, I'm a fan of horror. I like my Michael Myers. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. So I'm a fan of Halloween, and then Ghostface comes in second. I do like Freddy as well, but I wanted to get this base. I wanted to collect this figure first because I am going to a con where David Arquette will be. I know it's not Ghostface, but he played a huge role in the Scream films, and I'm going to get this signed probably all over by the cast whenever I meet them, as long as they're still around, which I hope they are. Pretty basic base, doesn't have anything. I have a name plaque coming for it, so don't you guys worry about that. You do get this drawstring, which I don't know why they included with it anyway. I don't think it's in any of the films. It's not accurate. It's not wired or anything, so you can just tie it around. I will not be using this because Ghostface doesn't have it. Let's take a look at some of these hands. You can see they look like that glove texture, but it looks more like a latex texture than a fabric texture. I know Ghostface, the hands are attached to the suit, at least from my experience. This one is my favorite hand. It is the knife cleaning hand, so this one is a must use for the display. And then you get another knife holding hand, so you get a couple options, kind of open palm and stuff like that. And then let's get to the good stuff. The knife. Yes, you get a clean knife. I believe these are buck 120s. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what they are. And it gets a really good metallic sheen there. Nice effect. You got the handle here. You even get the little black painted line that does come on these knives here. And so they're pretty good. It's sharp, a little flimsy, so I would be careful. You don't want to break these. And then the one I will be using is the bloody one. I kind of feel like it's okay. It's just used along the blade where the blood is. I feel like a little bit more spatter could be along the knife, or at least covering it, like it stabs someone, like in the films. He's very gory with these knives, but nonetheless, it does get the job done, and I like this. So this is the knife I will be using for my display. And here he is in all his glory, the main guy we came to see. Now let's just start right off the bat with this head sculpt here, and you can see it does give the Ghostface shrine. However, the shroud is not kind of attached to the mask itself. It's just stuck on there with, I believe, some glue. The eyes aren't a fabric material, but at the end of the day, it gets a job done, and for a figure, I guess they got the effect down right. Now, if you're a fan of Ghostface, you know the chin here. This may be a little bit skinny for some people's taste, but if you look at this, you obviously know who this is at the end of the day. But enough badgering this guy, because I still think it is pretty cool and he looks good in the display. The hood isn't wired like I would like it to be, but it's still a hood that drapes, and you can have it covering as far as you'd like, you know, as back as you'd want. But I may add some wire to kind of get a more hollow effect, you know, a shape around the mask. You do get the hanging tassel things here that drape down from the arms, as well as on the other side. And I don't want to complain about this figure too much. However, I do wish the fabric was a bit thicker. It's kind of a spandex material, so it does give some stretch, but I wish it wasn't as form-fitting to the body. I wish it was more flowy like it is in the films. I also wish it had a little bit of that sparkle fabric. I think it was only one movie where it wasn't. I forget the film. My brother's an expert on this. If you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. He actually did some Ghostface stuff, one-to-one props. Link will be in the description. But back to the figure itself, you get some treaded boots here. Those actually look nicely painted. They look like real leather, even though they're sculpted plastic. You get a little bit of tread on the bottom. There is no stamp, so that's pretty cool. If you had a running pose, you wouldn't see that they have like Sideshow branding on them or anything like that. And then underneath, just some standard like black kind of khaki work pants. But and then it's all tattered at the bottom here. But overall, the figure's pretty good. Now, going over articulation, he is a little bit loose in the head. It's typical with Sideshow bodies. We can't really, you know, expect much, but he does pose pretty good. There's no ratchets. You do get a double bend in both elbows, and a single, I think it's a single ball peg here in the wrist. Actually, it may feel like a double. Actually, yeah, it's a double. And then you get a little bit of articulation in the foot. There are no ratchets, and the knee only gets you to 90 degrees. So this figure could loosen up over time. I think it would do ratchets, especially with the new film. I loved the new film. I think if they went back and did this figure and gave everything that the people are asking for, if you're a huge Ghostface fan, then I would absolutely do that. But for right now, this is the best Ghostface, in my opinion, that you can get on the market. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up today for Ghostface. If you guys enjoyed this one, please give it a like. We appreciate it. As I said, we have a goal of 600, and we're so close. So if you guys want to join this journey with me, my collecting journey, I do everything from Marvel, Hot Toys, Lego, everything Star Wars, WWE. It's here on the channel. You can find it. I'm sure there's something for you to enjoy. Now, focusing on the figure, we know that the tailoring isn't all that. Could be a little bit better. We would like the sparkle fabric, but hey, who knows? They could do another one. I would love to see Hot Toys attempt to do this. I don't know what the licensing issues are with this figure and other properties, but I'm glad that there's one out there, to be honest. And if I'm being honest, at the end of the day, even with those little nitpicks, this guy still looks great and fantastic and looks like you pulled him out the film, because let's be honest, when that mask is staring you down, there's just something about it that is haunting. But like I said, that'll do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, please give it a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.